all of us in situations that are stressful um, or or unsettling, all of us, I feel like all of us have a need for a little bit of a greater understanding of the situation, our involvement in the situation, and how that situation impacts us. So that
Right.
was sort of the need in that situation. And if I'm thinking about this from like just sort of a national landscape, there are lots of things that, um, you know, if I'm just looking at at like the socio-political or cultural landscape of America as well, I think we are operating in this in a reality where and there's so much information is coming at us. We're bombarded with so much information, and the ability to be able to filter out what is what serves us and what is necessary to know and understand and take in and take on um, becomes sort of a skill in and of itself for each of us as individuals,
It's
and it
like
also becomes a skill for teams.
being able to find this signal throughout all the noise.
Yeah, cut through the noise and try to focus in on what's most important to people and teams is something that I think managers are going to have to get really nimble at doing.
And I want to say that I just appreciate the simplicity, but the powerfulness of what you did was, we just need to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just open up, have a conversation, which a lot of people are afraid to do. They don't know how to navigate it. And for you to take the time to understand, what are your needs? What is it that you need? And then being able to understand them as much as you possibly can, and then being as transparent with them as much as you can. And as you were being transparent, you were also transparent about, I don't know. That's a hard thing for leaders to do, in my opinion. But I think it could be some of the most powerful things leaders can do, because now it creates more of an us dynamic.
That's right.
Yeah. And then the other part that I really appreciate is just this idea that as you're speaking to this, you're also letting them know, this specifically is something I cannot talk about. Just ethically, legally, morally, this is something I cannot talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, there's clarity of saying, okay, he could talk about this, this, and this. This is something he can't talk about. So now, like you said, we're seeing his boundary, just to be able to be, again, respectful of the environment, of the individual, of the brand, and everything like that. So again, it was simple, but I just think immensely powerful of bringing such clarity to people, letting them know what you didn't know and what you did know, and also being specific about what you couldn't talk about.
Thank you, Michael. And I appreciate how beautifully you summarized that.